Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. It's been a little while, I've not uploaded since the game, since Chelsea Palace on Sunday basically. And I am still away, and it is the international break and nothing's really happened. So I'm like, you know what, let's all take a little breather. But things have happened today. And I'm like, okay, well, we've got to talk about this one because this is actually quite welcoming news. And we're going to go through it and I'm going to let you know my thoughts. On top of that, I am going to discuss the whole Victor Osimhen thing at the end of this video. So make sure you stick around for the second half. And the next video, I don't know. We'll see what happens tomorrow, day after and whatnot. But from Sunday onwards, it will be back to the daily schedule. So keep your eyes peeled for the next couple of days. If there is going to be any content there, then cool. If there isn't, then from Sunday onwards, there will be every day like it used to be anyway. So holidays will be over. But someone's holiday is just beginning. Because we have news that the CEO, Chris Jurasek, has left Chelsea Football Club. And thank goodness for that. Thank goodness for that. I'm not going to, shy away and pretend that, oh no, we're devastated. Or like, this guy was a problem from when he first walked through the door. Let's just be honest, right? Let's call a buck here. But why? We'll get into that. The news, and I can't bring it on screen, so I'm going to have to read it off all of here. But Jurasek departs. This is from Matt Law. We've not heard from Matt Law for a while. It's like he took the transfer window off. But anyway, Telegraph Sport was told he surprised staff by telling them on at least one occasion that he had no interest in football. On top of that, Chris Jurasek, Chelsea CEO, has left his role. Chelsea's executive team is being restructured. Again, how many restructurings have we had? Jurasek being moved on to a new Clear Lake advisory role away from Chelsea. COO, so Chief Operating Officer, Jason Gannon will have an enhanced role. He is already leading on stadium plans. So it will go to this guy now. It will go to Jason Gannon. I'd be honest, I don't know anything about Jason Gannon. Is he good? Is he not good? God knows. Don't know. But one thing for sure is that Chris Jurasek was a problem. And I remember when he first took the role, he was given CEO, and there was a lot of people that were concerned. And that was being brushed away like it was nothing. And now we look back, well, yeah, I think people that had the concerns were actually right. And legitimately so. Why? Well, here's a statement from the Chelsea Supporters Trust, right? The CST have put, the CST first met Mr. Jurasek in August 2023, ahead of the League Cup tie versus AFC Wimbledon. During the feisty meeting, he hoped that the team performed well that night and secured 3 points. There were people that were laughing at ones that were mentioning about a Chelsea executive saying, in a cup game, I hope we get the 3 points. There was quite a few people going, nah, that's a lie. Why are you spreading misinformation? Well, who's lying now? It was true. It was true. This is the problem I had with a lot of the things that these owners have done. They're just out of touch. Out of touch. But anyway, I'll keep reading because it does seem like the owners, Igbali, Bowley, Felicio, it looks like a switch might have actually gone on in their heads now. And I'll explain why, right, in a bit. But hold that thought. This set the tone for his tone-deaf tenure as CEO, in which he made no effort to build a relationship with any supporter group. And including when the CST reached out to him, if you remember, and he came out with a complete PR response, that was the time that everyone realised, okay, Chris Jurasek doesn't really care. Also called fans customers, didn't he? Well, the CST looks forward to working with Jason Gannon as he is promoted to President and Chief Operating Officer. This is a positive change that the club should use to rebuild the trust and confidence of supporters. I agree with the CST here completely. I think that's a legitimate point that they've put. And yeah, we'll see what happens in terms of how it's going to look with the new geezer in charge. And thank goodness Chris Jurasek has gone. Now, what was baffling was Chris Jurasek wasn't even working on the footballing side. He was on the commercial side, on the business side. But even then, you need to have someone that understands the game, at least. Not just business, Because, yeah, business is business, but you got to understand how business works in football. You can't just bring someone in that doesn't really care about football and go, yeah, no, run it, even if we're a football club, but here's the business side. No, you got to know what football is about. This guy had no clue and didn't care. So this is a problem. But the new owners, Igbali, Feliciano, Bowley, Clearlake and Bowley, basically. Listen to this. Sources close to Clearlake cite Real Madrid's win over Bayern Munich last season, right, as a moment some staff realised the new regime understand the sport they've entered. Bedad Igbali texted an associate, "We need Champions League football in our lives." It took them till late last season to realise that, nah, you know what? We actually need Champions League. I'm glad. It's better late than never. Yeah, it's better late than never. And you know what? This is why, during the transfer window, when we were going for Felix and Neto and these players that did come in, I'm just like, okay, well, I'm happy with these guys. Like, these are players that I feel like can elevate the squad and can take our level up. And this is why I'm thinking, has a switch gone on finally that we do need top players. We do need to go after the big ones. We do need to improve the levels. We do need to get Champions League football. Maybe that's been the case. Maybe that's been the case. But there is one name that we didn't get, which is baffling. Absolutely baffling how it's gone down and how it's happened, right? But before we jump on, let me know your thoughts down below on Chris Jurasek, on him leaving, on the new guy, Mr. Gammon. That was his name, right? Mr. Gammon. And hopefully he can do a better job and he can kick us going in the right direction on the business side, as well as hopefully on the footballing side too. And hopefully he enjoys football and appreciates fans and they're not customers. Fingers crossed that's the case. But one player that we should have gotten and we didn't, and that would have, I think, that would have been a big piece to the puzzle that we would have needed to go to the next level, was Victor Osimhen. I can't believe now Victor Osimhen has gone to Galatasaray on a loan. There's two sides to this, right? Because we've heard both sides. There's been briefings and PR, I think, on both ends, right? From the Chelsea end and from the Victor Osimhen end. And on the Chelsea end, it seems like, no, he wanted his salary. He didn't want to compromise. And a loan was impossible. And it would have been a somewhat permanent move. Send money to Napoli. And that will be it. That's why he didn't come. The Victor Osimhen side, well, Chelsea just didn't do enough. And he wanted Chelsea. He was waiting for Chelsea. He abandoned Saudi for Chelsea, but he was waiting for Chelsea to do something legitimate to make the move happen. And they didn't. But Galatasaray did, and now he's at Galatasaray. But even though the transfer window has ended, Turkey's window is still open. This is where... how has this been pulled off so easy? Is it genuinely just because Victor Osimhen has no other option? But he had no other option when Chelsea were there. Realistically, because then what would have happened? There wasn't going to be another Saudi club to come in. Your realistic option only would have probably been Turkey. So if you had the two options on the table, Chelsea or Turkey, what are you picking? Now with Turkey and this season-long loan, right? It's a season-long loan. We're not so sure if there's a January termination clause. Because apparently there might be a January termination clause, which means that if a club were to come for him in January, then Galatasaray would have to cut the loan and let him go, right? We'll see. Because there are little whispers that Chelsea might go in for him again in January. Although there are some sources saying, no, Chelsea are just not going to do that. Or Victor Osimhen is not going to do that now. It's done. We'll wait and see. But for him to accept a season-long loan, and on top of that, at Galatasaray, apparently the wages has been split between Napoli and Galatasaray, although he is still being paid the same amount. Now you ask yourself, could Chelsea not have done that? Could Chelsea not have structured the deal where, okay, look, you pay half his salary, we pay half his salary, we'll take him on a season-long loan, and then we'll have an obligation to buy next summer? Or that's a deal that I feel like even financially for Chelsea could make sense. If we've let go of Sterling on a season-long loan, Chilwell will probably leave the club at some point. Lukaku's already gone. We've left enough off the wage bill for us to be able to afford Victor Osimhen, you know? And apparently Chelsea did in fact have a deal with Napoli done. It's just the salary. But if Galatasaray can get Napoli to pay half the salary, surely Chelsea can. We'll wait and see. But Victor Osimhen has gone to Galatasaray. Now listen, he's got one thing that he has to do. He has to kill it in Turkey. If not, his career could actually be done. In terms of the high level. If he doesn't perform in Turkey, then will he get back to that interest and level of, top clubs snooping around for you? Probably not. I feel like he'll do well in Turkey for a season-long loan. I feel like he'll smash it. We'll see what happens. Galatasaray is a very, very good signing. And they put out one hell of an unveiling video. If you've not seen the unveiling video, go and watch the unveiling. Brilliant announcement video with the whole, Galatasaray, Gala. And they had face masks on, like Victor Osimhen does. And it was done really, really, really well. So fair play to Galatasaray on that. But they've got themselves a really good deal. And we'll wait and see what happens in January. And going forward, will Chelsea re-enter for Victor Osimhen? Maybe, maybe not. Will they go for another striker? Will it be Gyökeres? Will it be Sesko again? Because those, fell through. Those never happened. They stayed at their clubs. But will the time come when they leave their clubs, perhaps? Let me know your thoughts down below. I genuinely don't know. So let me know what you think might happen. And I'll check it all in the comment section below. So much appreciated. I will see all of you on the next one, whether it's tomorrow or the day after. One thing for sure though, from Sunday onwards, it will be back to dailies. And so make sure you are hitting the subscribe button, notification bell on. Make sure you're staying tuned to all the uploads as they come. And I'm going to enjoy the rest of the break that I have. And then from Sunday onwards, it's all back up and running properly. So I will see all of you very soon, whether it's before Sunday or after Sunday. And I'll see you then. Have a good one, people. Look after yourselves in a bit. Take care and peace.